Welcome, welcome, welcome to Ready, Set, Collaborate podcast with Wanda Pearson and my guest, Dr. Edeline Francois. This is episode 8, and we're going to talk about building your strategy with networking and collaboration. So I am so excited to have my girl, my doctor, my V-Rock CEO, and I'm one of the founder members. That's why I became one of the networking queens because I network a lot. So, but Edeline Francois, but let me tell you a little bit about Edeline. Then we're going to talk to Edeline and get some information from her. So, Dr. Edeline Francois isn't just an amazing coach. She's a transformative force that has turned around lives and businesses. Her expertise has propelled businesses towards scaling and achieving profitability. If you're seeking growth, scalability, and profitability, she's the coach to work with. Her journey from launching ventures in school to excelling in accounting and eventually founding her own tax and accounting firm for small businesses showcases her entrepreneurial spirit. Driven by passion for helping entrepreneurs, her training and continuous development have made her a sought-after coach in the field. Having experienced the highs and lows of starting and growing a business, Dr. Edeline Francois understands the challenges firsthand. Her dedication led to her starting Women Entrepreneurs Rock, We Rock, which I'm a part of, a women's organization that inspires and empowers women entrepreneurs around the world. So, Edeline, we're going to talk about your building your strategy and tell us a little bit about you, Edeline. To tell us about you, about Dr. Edeline.
First and foremost, I am truly amazing.
That's right. That's right. That's the affirmation.
I am truly amazing. I'm Dr. Edeline Francois. I've been an accountant for over 25 years, and it is absolutely my passion to help my clients and educate them in the areas of tax and accounting. One of the things that I tell all my clients is that your accounting is the lifeblood of your business. And so it's really, truly important that you have that area intact. It's truly important that you are reading your financials, understanding your financials, because they allow you to make informed decisions. So I am that accountant that is going to educate you, guide you, and help you scale in your business.
Yes, yes. And you know what? I tell you, Edeline, when I first retired from IBM and I met her at one of the Experience Connection networking groups, she's the one that pushed me to do everything I'm doing now. She said, Wanda, you got to start doing podcasts. Wanda, you got to write a book. Wanda, you got to do Facebook Live. All of those things. I said, no, 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 no. And God said, yes, 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 yes. So with the push of Edeline, she has actually brought me to things that I said I could never do. And I tell people, you can do, if I can do it, you can do it. So I appreciate that, Edeline. And I tell you, I said, okay, what's next? But let me get through this podcast this year, Edeline, okay? I know you got other things planned for me. So, and God has things planned for me. So I appreciate that. So
You're absolutely welcome. It's been a
oh,
pleasure being your accountability partner, and it's been a joy watching you grow. So thank you. Thank you.
well, thank
Great.
you. I appreciate. Oh, and I'm sorry. She told me I need to get my own brand. So I created my WD Pearson Associates. You know, even though my service is Legal Shield, but WD Pearson Associates is something that I built myself as far as having my podcast on that, and as well as consulting and coaching entrepreneurs. So let me ask you a question. How important do you think networking is for collaboration, and why?
Um, Networking is very crucial, not for collaboration and just being in business. In general, it opens doors to new perspectives, new prospects, new resources, new opportunities that may not be accessible to you. And so a lot of times people don't really truly know how to network. They think that going to networking events is going to look for clients, when in reality, it's not just for going to look for clients, it's going to look for partners that you can collaborate with in business. So I would say it is very crucial. And if you're not networking, you need to be networking.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I totally agree with that because I didn't think I could do networking because I was not a salesperson. But it's not about sales. It's about helping each other, right? And that networking brings on the collaboration to be successful. So thank you for that answer. So your title is let's see, building your strategy. And I want to ask you this next question. What strategies do you recommend for building and maintaining a strong professional network?
Okay, so one of the things I'd have to say first off is be professional. Keep it professional. A lot of times we get into certain environments and we kind of like let our hair down just a little too soon.
Mhm.
And you should always, always, always be professional in when you're in a networking environment and you're building your professional network. Being consistent. A lot of times individuals are not consistent with who they are, their brand, their business. They show up they show up at events each and every time a different with a different business. So staying consistent, making sure people know you as the accountant, the attorney, and I'm not saying you can't do other things, you can't have multiple streams of income, but be consistent with who you are in a when you're building your professional network. Make sure you are providing value and that you are not always taking and you don't show up taking. Make sure that you show up to provide value.
Mhm.
And last but not least is follow up.
Mhm.
Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up.
Yep.
A lot of people do not follow up because, like I said, they do not know how to network. Just because you may go to an event and you may not make a connection right then and there, but if you have the individual's information, just follow up. Say, hey, it was nice to meet you. Follow up later on. How are things going? Is there anything that I can do to support you? And be intentional when you're building relationships, when you're building your professional network. And so those are the few advice that I would give.
That's awesome because actually I was going to ask you to provide some tips, and you actually have provided some, and those are a great way to share that. I was going to ask you to provide some tips for effective communication and relationship building within the professional networking. You have any small tips, some more tips to help
Um,
us?
as far as effective communication is concerned, the best way to communicate is to be an active listener.
Hmm.
Again, listen to the individuals that you meet at networking event. Listen to find out who they are, listen to find out what some of their pain points are and how you can serve them. And once you're able to do that, then you can now start building on a long-term relationship,
Yeah.
which is crucial when when you're networking and building your network.
Mhm. That's awesome. I love that because it's amazing with all the other guests that I had on here, they all touched on the same thing that you're talking about, effective communication, and to be able to communicate. But I love how you say follow up. Follow up is in the fortune. It may not be that time, but people remember you later on and say, what was that lady's name that I wanted to, do this, whatever. And even referrals. So when you do everything that you're saying, people remember you. They go back and say, let me reach out to this person. So, but thank you for that. I appreciate that. Um, so How can networking help individuals or organizations assess new opportunities for collaboration?
Repeat that.
How can networking help individuals or organizations access new opportunities for collaboration?
Well, for one, it expands your reach.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you, as I said earlier, to meet new people, new prospects, new resources. Um, Most important, new opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And again, when you are networking effectively, these opportunities will be there for you. But if you're not networking effectively, then you'll find that networking will be a waste of time for you. And that's because you show up with your hands out,
Mm-hmm.
wanting something, wanting to take as opposed to wanting to give.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that because it's really, finding out more about what they do and remembering, because sometimes when you meet someone and they may have a situation go like, and to remember them, they appreciate when you say, how's your son doing today? Or how, something about personal about them. They're more receptive to you and they will remember who you are. So I want to ask you this question though, as far as trust. Um, what role does trust play in successful collaborations and how can network contribute to building trust?
Well, we've all heard the saying before, people do business with who they know, like, and trust. And if they can't trust you, then they're definitely not going to want to collaborate with you.
Mm-hmm.
But the key in developing, in building trust in any relationship is, of course, open communication, being honest, being consistent. Do what you say you're going to do.
Yep.
Don't wait until the last minute to say, hey, something's come up. I can no longer deliver XYZ. If you know you can't deliver it on Monday and you're expected to deliver it on Wednesday, let them know on Monday
Mm-hmm.
that something's come up and you're not able to deliver on Wednesday. So building trust is key, and those it's just key, not just in collaboration, but in any relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. And not just that, but when you build the trust, you build, and like with Experience Connections. When I started getting involved with Experience Connections, I met you at Experience Connection. And all of my guests have been come on now because I tell about my role as far as how I started networking with you all, but just the collaboration among each other that we're building that trust, but also friendship. You're building friendships with them as well. And then there's the referral. So can you share any personal experiences that highlight the power of networking and collaborative endeavors?
Well, everything that I do is part of some type of collaborative effort.
Mhm.
One of the things that I learned very early in my career as an entrepreneur is that this journey of entrepreneurship is not a journey that you should go alone. And finding key partners, key collaborators to help you along the way is truly how you're going to reach success, whatever success is for you, because you cannot um do it alone. You can only take yourself but so far, and then that collaborator, that next individual that you collaborate with, you will be able to take you to that next level.
Mhm, mhm. Exactly. So we're not an expert in everything. We actually get those collaborators that can help you with something else that we're doing. So I would like you to tell us about ReRock, Women's Entrepreneurship. Tell us about what you do and what you got coming up next on your ReRock. They ever said, what is ReRock? Women's Entrepreneurship Rock. We rock. So tell us about that, Evelyn.
We Rock, first and foremost, was built out of a collaboration.
Okay.
It was back in, I think, 2011. I was approached by an investor who wanted me to put on an event for women entrepreneurs. And that's what we did. We collaborated and we put together an amazing event that is known today as Women Entrepreneurs Rock. It's an organization where we help women entrepreneurs start, grow, and scale their businesses. And we have been in existence for a little over 13 years, or right at 13 years.
Wow.
Um, Empowerment is what we do, but most of all, we support each other, we hold each other accountable, and we provide a safe place for women to pursue their entrepreneurial journey.
Mm-hmm.
Our next event that's coming up is We Rock 24 Hours, which is a empowerment marathon that we've been doing for the last 9 years on New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's intentional and it's a collaboration. I have a few people that I've collaborated with in order to make this a successful event. It's known as the Marathon of Excellence. What we do is every hour on the hour for 24 hours, we have a speaker who comes on, motivates, educates, and inspires the attendees. We have a few good men who tunes in and joins us for this amazing event.
Mm-hmm.
And this was intentional. This time of year around the holidays, we have a lot of people that are going through a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it varies from individual to individual. And as an accountant, my main concern was how can anybody, any business that is, start the year off with a whole lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And as the athlete in me understands that when you are coming out the blocks, you've got to have a good start. And starting a new year, you've got to have a good start in order to have um, a successful year. That first quarter is important. That first second out the blocks is important.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we have this event on New Year's Day for 24 hours.
24 hours. And it starts on December 31st or January 1st at 12 midnight until 12 midnight the next day, Adeline?
Yeah, it's 12 midnight on January 1st
January
to
1st.
12 midnight on January 2nd. So we're live for 24 hours. We have it's international, it's an international marathon.
Mm-hmm.
We have listeners from all over the world listening in. And it's truly inspirational. If you can't attend, we have recordings that's available for those people who can't attend or who just can't sit for 24 hours and listen to each and every amazing speaker that we have.
Yes,
But it's truly it's very impactful.
it really is. I really, I'm gonna tell you, those listening, you definitely need to get on that because it actually helps you start your new year off the right way. And some of these speakers are very powerful. They help us to get motivated to do uh to start the 2024 off every year off the right way. So I appreciate that. And that has really been, and I was one of the speakers one year. And then I was what was I, a moderator?
A moderator.
Yeah, I was a moderator last year. So I'm always helping out in either way. But this is what I love about Rock because we are rocking. We're advancing to different things in our lives and actually helping people to understand how we can educate and empower them. So thank you for that, Edeline, starting this Rock, 24 hours. So even though I can't look 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll be struggling. I think mine was like 3 o'clock in the morning. But I had to give me some candy to keep myself up, to keep it, keep myself going. So but listen, tell us about how people can get in touch with you.
You can get in touch with me in a few different ways. If you're looking for tax and accounting services for your small business, you can find us at Francois and Associates. If you are looking for more information about We Rock, you can find us at werocknation.com.
Mhm. That sounds
Yep.
good. And your email address is what? Again,
Why don't you go to each site rather than just share all my email addresses? If you
yeah,
go to each site, you'll be able to get in
it'll
touch with
be in
me.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just to repeat that again, that's efrancoisandassociates.com and werocknation.com.
Okay. That sounds great. Listen, I truly appreciate you being on our show. Ready, Set, Collaborate. And this has been a blessing to really finally get her on here. But we got it together. So, but it is truly a blessing to have her on, Edeline, and definitely contact Dr. Edeline Francois to county to become part of ReRock. It's just so many different avenues because, like I said, this is one of the groups that I joined after being in Experience Connection, along with some other groups. But this has been a blessing to be able to connect with other ladies here. So thank you so much, Edeline, for everything, for helping me being my accountability coach to get me into everything that I'm doing. I truly appreciate it. So, but thank you, audience, for staying tuned. Stay tuned for Ready, Set, Collaborate. So the next episode 9, we definitely got some more great guests to help you with this. But make sure you follow, subscribe, and like on all of. We're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, iHeartRadio. All of those you can actually search by Ready, Set, Collaborate. So once again, thank you so much, Edeline, for being on my podcast that you told me to do. And I did
You
it.
are
Everything
welcome. You are welcome. You're very, it's been a pleasure working with you. You're coachable and your
Thank you.
passion to help entrepreneurs is truly amazing. And so it's been my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Say that so much. I didn't tell her to say that, so but thank you so much. But make sure you stay tuned for episode 9, and we will keep going to educate everybody on Ready, Set, Collaborate. Until next time, see you soon.